Amen. Amen. Before we're going to go to St. Matthew, chapter 20. Amen. St. Matthew, chapter 20. Amen. But let me say this before we get started today. Amen. Let me give you a little background what we're going to be talking about today. This man wanted to be healed. And he got in the right place and in the right position. He got by the wayside because he knows Jesus was going to be passing that way.
Come on.
And did you know one thing? If we want anything from God, we got to do something ourselves.
Come on, preacher.
Listen, if we want anything from God, we got to do something ourselves.
Amen.
Even if we want a job, we got to go put in for a job because God is not going to bring the job to the house.
Come on.
You know, we're going to have to do something ourselves.
Amen.
So today we're going to be talking about a blind man that wanted to see. And he heard that Jesus was going to pass by. You know what the blind man got? He got side of the road. He didn't wait till Jesus come to his house. He had to do something himself. Now let's look for St. Matthew 20 and 29. You see as I see. And as they passed, and as they departed from Jericho, the people were following Jesus. A great multitude following him. It wasn't a few people, it was a lot of people following Jesus. He said, as they departed, they left there. He said, as they parted from Jericho, a great multitude followed him. Amen. And behold, which means, look, two blind men sitting by the wayside. See where they were sitting at? They wasn't at home. They know Jesus was going to pass that way. So they had to do something themselves, so they got by the wayside. Listen to what it said. And behold, two men sitting by the wayside. When they heard that Jesus was passing by, they cried out. They cried out. The man wants some help. They had faith to know Jesus was going to heal him. They cried out. Have mercy on us, O Lord, thou son of David. The man will want help. They know they needed help and they know God could help them, and they cried out. They said, O Lord, have mercy on us, thou son of David. And the multitude rebuked them.
Good God.
Listen, he said, and the multitude rebuked them that he should hold his peace. The multitude, everybody said, be quiet, blind man. Say, you old blind man, Jesus ain't got time to fool with you. Jesus is passing by. We're going to use it for a subject today. Don't tell me to be quiet. You can see and I can't. Now listen to what it says. Behold, and the blind multitude cried, hold your peace. But he cried no more. So he got worse. The blind man got worse because the blind man was wanting to see. And the multitude were telling him to be quiet. Don't say nothing. Jesus is passing by. Don't stir, Jesus. You old blind man said, God is passing by. Said, you be quiet. But the blind man said, you can see and I can't. See, now listen. And the blind man, he cried the more. This is what he said. Oh Lord, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And look what Jesus, and Jesus stood still. The blind man stopped Jesus. When you cry an honest prayer, and you are honest cry, Jesus will stop for you.
That's right.
I don't care if the man was blind. Jesus stopped for the blind man. Listen, the blind man couldn't see, but wasn't nothing wrong with his ears. He heard Jesus was passing by, and he stopped Jesus. That's right. We can stop Jesus too. If you pray an honest, sensitive prayer, God will stop for you. He stopped for the blind man. Right. He'll stop for you too. Amen. So the blind man was saying, don't tell me to be quiet. You can see it, I can't. And he kept on crying. He said, oh Lord, thou son of David, have mercy on me. That's right. And the Bible says Jesus stood still. He didn't move an inch. He didn't even move harder. He just stood still. And he called them and said unto him, what will thou that I shall do unto thee? In other words, he asked the man, so what you want me to do for you today?
Come on.
They said, Lord, unto him, Lord, that we may see, our eyes may be open. Listen, he asked the man, what did he want to do? See, we got to have faith. Somebody was talking about faith all through the message today. That's right. This is faith. So the word leading up to the faith, the same thing he was talking about. Right. We didn't know the message was going away, but it did. Listen to what he said. He said, and Jesus stood still. And called them. So come here, both of y'all come here. And he said, what will I shall do unto thee? They said to him, Lord, that our eyes may be open.
Come on.
And so Jesus had compassion. He had feeling for them. So Jesus had compassion on them. And he touched their eyes. He said, and immediately their eyes received their sight. And they followed him. Time he got to speaking the word, they received their sight. And that's the word for today.